Hi, I'm Margaret, and welcome to Garden School. Today I'm going to be making a hanging planter for somebody, and it's going to just take up some space in their greenhouse for a while. I'm cleaning out their greenhouse for them today. That's my job. And so I wanted to leave a little hope in there, and I'm going to be making a hanging planter. You might ask, why should I make a hanging basket when I can pick one up, that's already in full bloom and everything at the nursery? Well, yes, you can, and I was kind of tempted to do that when I was there, but I thought, no, this will, the one I'm making is going to be a bit behind from the ones that you would pick up that are all ready to go. But you know what? The one I make will probably go longer through the season. And you know what? It's fun to do, so why don't we do that? Well, here's the greenhouse that I had to clean out, and it is really covered over with clematis. There's a climbing rose growing over the top. That's going to be another time, but for right now, we just wanted to clean it out because unfortunately my mom, this is my mom's greenhouse, has not been able to utilize it really well for a number of years. Now, she did in the past. This is so great with these benches here, and this is actually a seed starting tray, and it's heated, so we'll have to test that out to see if that the coils work in there still, and then that could be utilized really well in the future. And then there's a dry sink. Well, actually it was a wet sink because the faucet got left on, and this sink, which really has no drain, it's for soil, overflowed, and it was kind of messy. So anyway, we got some tools here, some little tools. Up above here we got some gloves and some other things. There's a Sharpie and some tags and some sticks and little ornaments and things like that. And so, of course, some art. And so that's what we've got right now. And now we're going to do a hanging basket. So I got my container here, and it's partially full of some potting mix. And then I have some nasturtiums that I started from seed. I'm going to add those into the planter. And then I found a couple of calibrachoas that would be really nice. This one is really nice too, because, and I wanted to pick this color scheme because the nasturtiums, I believe, are going to be like, an orange and yellow, perhaps red mix. So that's good. And then for just a filler, something to spill out, I have the lobelia, this cascading blue one. I love lobelia, and we're going to do that. So let's get started. Now I'm going to top this off a little bit with some fresh potting mix, and this is some that has a moisture control in it. So I don't typically use that, but I have it here, and this will help to prevent against over or underwatering. And for a container where you have a lot of plants going and growing in a small space, it is quite possible that that container can dehydrate very quickly. So that's why I'm going to use that here today. Now what I did here is I filled the container up to maybe 2 inches from the top. And the reason I haven't filled it all the way is because I'm going to get these plants in and then gently top fill. But what I wanted to also do is to lay out my arrangement. So I've got 2 that are yellow-orange. I put one over here, and then the blue there, and the blue there. So that's going to be my layout. And now I'm going to gently take them out of the containers and set them into this soil in the container. So now I'm going to just use this little scoop with some more potting mix and just gently fill it in right where I want it to be, right around the plants. That way I can really direct where I'm putting the soil and not overwhelming the plant or having the soil land on top of the plant, so I can kind of direct it. And once I get that in there, I'm going to just tap it down a bit and just kind of firmly place these in here. Firmly but gently. So there we've got our 4 major players here. It's really great. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at the nasturtiums. Now, the thing with these is this one has 3 plants in it, this one has 2. So I'm going to gently have the pot release the plants. Oh, look at all those roots, isn't that great? And then very gently, just with my fingers, I'm going to just tease each plant apart. There's 1. And there's 2 and 3. And then I'm going to use this little tiny tool. You can use a spoon, whatever you'd like. And I'm going to put these in between the major players there, the Calibrachoa and the Lobelia. And then I'll have one that I can put in the center as well. Now, nasturtiums, they are a great plant to save from seed if you would like to try that. If you grow them and leave them to go to seed in your garden, you most likely will find some little nasturtium starts coming up about this time in the spring. Now at this stage, their leaves and stems are fragile. So you may have a casualty of a leaf. That's okay, just clip it off and it should recover pretty well. Well, I'll finish this part up. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is just mix up a little bit of liquid fish fertilizer according to what they say for containers, and I'm going to just give this a drink here. It does a couple of things. First of all, it moistens the soil and will water the plants and nourish the plants too. But also with this very fluffy potting mix, it helps to, maybe consolidate any little air pockets or little spaces where it can be, where there might be too much air. So it will just help tidy them in a little bit. There we go. Well, I will say I do like the colors here, and I'll be anxious to see what the colors are on these nasturtiums. That will be great. Well, although I won't be seeing it firsthand, because I'm making this as a little Mother's Day gift and as a little I cleaned up your greenhouse gift to my mom. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I know you're going to enjoy it. Well, I am pretty happy with that. No, it doesn't look like the ones that come right out of the hothouse. And by the way, they are probably not grown in the climate here close by. They're probably grown in a warmer climate where they're going to have more light sooner or under really controlled conditions so that they are, peak right now. I'm happy about this. And one of the fun things is to see how something grows. And in this basket, she's going to see how it grows and fills out this container. And I hope these nasturtiums will just overflow the edge, as well as the Lobelia and the Calibrachoa. I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, I hope Mom is too. Well, have a great Mother's Day if you're a mom. And maybe you think about doing a little container. There's a lot of different options to do. And you need to consider your site, your location. It's going to be super hot area where there's full sun, or you're going to have semi-shade or lots of shade. So just consider that. Don't forget about watering them, and they do suggest that you feed them pretty frequently through the summertime and the blooming season to keep those blooms coming. Well, there's always more to learn in the garden. Bye-bye.